Hey guys, this is Chef Kayla.
This is Chef Drew.
And it's Chef Tariq.
And welcome to the first ever episode of the Mixing Pot Podcast.
Let's
go. Get it.
Yes.
Guys, we've been working on this for a couple of months now, actually. Yeah, I think this is meeting number 23?
22.
Yeah,
Because I guess the number last time.
And
Technically, these aren't meetings anymore. This
this
is
is the official podcast. Yeah, it's been quite a process to get here. Thank you to everybody for supporting us already and for the growth that we're gonna have, in the next couple months, years, etc. Really just excited to be here and to be able to express ourselves and who we are on this podcast. Hopefully touch people's lives and educate people and, just share the message that we have bringing forth. So, like I said, my name is Chef Kayla. I was born and raised here in Rhode Island, and I met Chef Tariq in high school, ended up meeting Chef Drewski in college, came back to Rhode Island, and we all just happened to be here. Perfect timing, I think. Everything happens for a reason. So a little bit about me, you guys will find out more as the show continues and grows, but yeah, let's get it. I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Chef Drew. I'm born and raised in New Jersey. And after that, I went to the Culinary Institute and met my friends. my good friends, Chef Tariq and Chef Kayla. But yes, like Kayla has been saying, it's been a long time coming. We've been waiting on this. And we're really excited. It's kind of like a dream come true almost. It's finally happening. But yeah, I'm excited to let you guys learn more about all of us, to be honest, and more about the culinary industry and what we have to bring and what we can school you guys on. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah. If you guys don't know me by now, I'm Chef Tariq, the host of Mixing It Up with Chef Tariq every Sunday at 11 a.m. on Instagram, YouTube, and everywhere else. But yeah, I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. Of course, me and Kayla went to Davies Vocational. That's where we first met, but didn't talk much. We're gonna get into those stories, of course. And then 2015 graduated, went to Culinary Institute of America, which is CIA. You'll hear us refer to it as CIA most of the time. And that's where I met Drew, and we had a bunch of crazy things that happened to us, our crazy lives, our stories. We have a lot of things we'll get into, you guys, but we're all just really happy to be here. We're finally here. It's been months and months of planning, gathering equipment, and just learning how to actually use everything properly. So I'm excited for it. I know they're excited for it, but
And drinks.
Yes,
and drinks. That's the best part of it too.
So let's get right into it. It was my week to host the drink. So we actually decided between the three of us that that's kind of how we're going to go with the podcast, is whoever's week it is for the drink is basically going to host we're all hosting, but basically be the leader.
Yes.
So what I made for you guys today is some sangria.
Yes.
Cheers.
Yes.
Y'all.
Yes.
So we had sangria in July, I want to say. Either June or July. It was probably one of the first episodes, honestly, meetings, that we ever did. So for this sangria today, the way I like to make my sangria is just mixing anything and everything that I have at the crib. So I took a bottle of Merlot. I had maybe like a third of a bottle of Taylor Port. I threw in some Bacardi Gold Rum. There's cranberry juice in there. There's mango puree. There's mashed fresh blueberries and strawberries, some chopped up apples. I think I had some cranberry sauce left over from Thanksgiving that's homemade, and then some apple butter too, and just mixed it all up. It tastes delicious.
Yeah, it is.
Literally it's so good.
Question on the wine. So you use Merlot. Can you use other types of red wines, or is Merlot like the best one to use for it?
Okay, so honestly, you can really just make it however you want. I've made it before. I forgot to. There's also a white wine in there. It's just like the Carlo Rossi, like a big jug. I think it's like the yellow or white sangria or like sweet sangria, something like that. just a plain basic one. But yeah, I mean, you can basically just make it with whatever bottle you want. I like to mix both red wine and white wine just to get to even more fucked up. But you know, you can dedicate strictly just red wines or just white wines. Even rosés can be added in to make sangria. But yeah, so it's just my very basic recipe. Last time I made it, it's kind of similar. Like, I mean, I always kind of use the same ratio type of deal, but just a different mix. Yeah, whatever I have on hand. It's like a good way to get rid of a lot of little bits.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Came out really good.
Taylor port wine. I've seen a lot of people just drinking that straight. Everybody knows that's cooking wine, isn't it? It's mainly used for like.
Yeah, for the most part, you can use it for cooking.
I know, like for this drink, obviously it's a good implement, but like I actually see like people
drinking
just
it.
drinking out of the bottle.
Straight.
So if you think about it, Taylor port is actually a fortified wine,
Mm.
and I know a lot of people use that. I want to say more or less like a digestif, maybe as like a shot or like something to sip on after a meal, because it is sweeter. Yeah. So Taylor port is also very frequently used in baking and pastry arts. But yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. Also, one thing we should say and specify as we're going along, we're not experts in drinks and cocktails and stuff like that. We have background in that stuff with also food, so that's what we're gonna be teaching you guys and trying to like help our tips and tricks that we know. So
exactly.
if something we say, and don't just come at us like that, alright?
Right, definitely.
Don't just come at us next already saying,
that's not
wrong. Yeah.
That's not correct.
Yeah. Don't. Alright.
That's why I said I think. Because, like, again, like Teresa said, we're not experts at all. I mean, what if we are, like, we'll specify, like, yes, we know that this is this.
Exactly.
But, yeah.
We're
Alright, cool. So,
professionals, not experts.
Right, just like that.
I like it.
Okay. So, every week, we also just kind of start off by doing a quick little overview of our weekends and how they went, and you know, kind of either talking about something significant or something that was really prominent for us. So I'm gonna start off with that. This past weekend was actually my birthday weekend.
Yeah.
It was my 25th birthday, and I think this is like the perfect way to bring that in. You know, like the guy said, this has been such a long time coming. Drew was like, you know, kind of like a dream come true, basically, which really, yeah. Because I think all of us at one point maybe had the idea of, oh, it'd be so cool to do a podcast, but maybe never knew how it would come about. Mm-hmm. And just to know that we've been working so hard on it and we're here now.
Even going off of that, so I mean, of course, Mixing Up with Chef Cheek's been going on for 2 years now, but we've been talking about the podcast for like a year and a half.
Yes.
Like Drew, remember in our meetings, like we were like, oh, you gotta get a podcast, and we were like, all right, how are we gonna do it? And we had a name, we had this, we're gonna have to do it like this.
Mm-hmm.
But we never had it to where we have it now.
Mm-hmm.
So then where it was like, okay, and every time I can think about it, it's like, all right, how am I gonna do it? Then I was like, okay, I want to have Drew on. All right, so then it's just me and Drew. So now, then when we first started talking about it, we're like, well, we gotta have a different perspective. And literally, I remember because after the second Battle of the Chefs, we literally had the same exact idea. It was like, we need a third person on with a different perspective. And we both literally said Kayla, and we was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it literally clicked from the jump. So it was like, it's literally been in the mix of becoming what it is now for a year and a half. So
that's why it's Mixing Pot Podcast. You feel me?
The Mixing Pot Podcast, which we actually also smoked some pot on, so you guys are gonna see it in the video.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my pot heads, all my weed heads. Cannabis is now legal in Rhode Island. Let's fucking get it. Honestly, I feel like this has been such a long time coming. I'm super excited and super proud of Little Rhode Island and how far it's gotten. And best believe we gonna hop on that bandwave. But yeah, so this past weekend was awesome. I didn't really do too much. My mom was like, oh, do you want to do a party? What do you want to do? I threw a party last year with a bunch of my friends, and I was like, nah, I just really want it to be super chill and relaxed, laid back. So Friday night going into my birthday was like on Saturday, so December 10th. Friday going into Saturday, I didn't do much. I literally took a couple of shots of whiskey with my mom at home. I was chasing it with fucking loyals, and I got drunk. I smoked, and I was like, let me go the fuck to sleep. So I did that, but I woke up on Saturday feeling super refreshed, just really excited to be able to see and just experience a new year. Later that evening, I ended up going to this spot called SOA. So I don't know if you guys kind of saw this like Christmas market going on in Boston. Yeah, SOA. So it was really cool. But the thing, so when we pulled up, we like walked into the building, and the market was in the basement of a bigger building. So do you guys know what Hope Artist Village is, right, Tariq? Or you know what it is too, Drew. Yeah. So Hope Artist Village is basically, it's just like a big building, and it has like studio spaces that you can rent out. So this is basically the same thing, a big building of studio space. And so Josh took me in. We're like, should we go like downstairs to the little like market, or should we go look at some art? We're like, fuck it, let's go look at some art. We did. We ended up finding this amazing artist. I believe her name is Cheryl, and it was just really cool to like, I love art so much. I feel like it's so expressive. I mean, us as chefs, that's our form of creativity. We're artists. But yeah, I thought that was really awesome. I know that the market is over. Last weekend was the last weekend for it, but I know the artists are open, I believe, every first Friday of the month. And then it's like the last weekend or something like that, I think. So make sure you guys check them out if you want to, find some really nice art there. It's called SOA Art and Design District. They're at 450 Harrison Ave, Boston, Mass. 02118. So make sure y'all do that. But after that, we ended up going to dinner. We went to this restaurant called Pagu.
It's all this is all in Boston.
Yes, this is all in Boston. I forgot to mention. Yeah, I ended up going to Boston. But yeah, so we went to this restaurant called Pagu in Cambridge, I believe, and
we have a studio cat, ladies and gentlemen.
We do have a studio cat, and he's playing behind the green screen right now. Hi, Titty.
I've been outvoted with the studio cat, so.
Oh my God!
And he's about to tear down our green screen.
He's gonna tear down the great screen.
Thanks. Nice job.
Titty, calm down.
First episode and damn thing wants to tear down our green screen. Nice job.
Yeah.
If it breaks, Drew, you're buying a new one.
No, Raven is.
But yeah, so I ended up going to this restaurant called Pagu. It's basically a Japanese Spanish fusion restaurant. So like tapas, small plates. The food was delicious though. I want to say what did we get? We got some like cheese waffles and some like bone marrow mushrooms. We ended up getting like some baked cod.
That's different.
And
like bone marrow mushrooms.
That sounds fire. Yes, it was so good, and they served it in the actual bone and everything too, like so flavorful. What else did we get? We got a couple of cocktails that were really good, and then they brought out dessert. They brought like an olive oil cake. Ah, Diddy! Sorry guys, I just screamed at y'all. But
he's over here. As Drew picks him up.
Right.
Everybody, this is the studio cat.
Don't show him.
Studio
Don't show
cat,
him.
everyone.
He doesn't need to be on camera. He gets no fame with
He gets no fame with us. Our whole setup getting fucked up.
His name is Titty.
These are the clips that's going to be on TikTok and Instagram. So you guys
Right.
make sure you guys follow us there too.
Yes,
And
make sure.
And it's going to be on our YouTube, so you guys can watch it, literally see the damn studio cat mess up our green screen. But yes, continue, Kayla.
But yeah, so it was really good. I mean, the food was delicious. The drinks were delicious. There was just one thing that threw us both off, actually. So they served, it was a hot baked cod, but they served it with cold, like pickled mushrooms, and they were like wood ear mushrooms. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar of that kind, but they kind of give me like ravioli type vibes. And I thought, it would actually be a really amazing vegan substitution as a ravioli. But I was just so we were both so upset that they served it cold, because we were not expecting it to be cold. Even if it was still pickled, but if it was warm, I think it would have done a way better contrast to the baked cod. Because the baked cod was it was plain, but it was seasoned very nicely, and it was baked to perfection. Like it was super flaky, super juicy.
You said the dry woody, or was it dry?
No, they were they were literally like
So
they were hydrated. Yeah,
So
they were
it
like
was-
chewy.
it was the mushroom inside like the pickling that
Pickling,
they did?
yeah, did they? Because
It was so. It's like they tossed. Yeah, just like pickled them. They literally pickled them, but they pickled them and served them cold.
That's interesting to even pickle mushrooms to begin with. So
Well, I've seen pickled mushrooms
Yeah.
before, especially on when you're doing like a mixed like pickle plate type deal. But it was just I think that's the only thing that kind of threw us off.
yeah.
But regardless, it was really good. And then after that, we went to this spot called the Arcade, I believe. But the really cool thing about it is it's basically so it's like an arcade bar, I think like free play, but it's hidden behind what looks like a grilled cheese shop, which is actually called Roxy. So it's like if you don't know that it's there, you think it's just the restaurant, but no, there was a guy standing outside checking IDs, and then like he just stamped your hand. When you went in, like the kitchen was closed, but you would go in through the back, and where it looked like a walk-in refrigerator door, it was actually just a big open space with a bunch of arcade games. They had 2 bars. So it was really awesome. We took a bunch of shots. Yeah, tequila, green tea. The fucking bartender gave me some sweet ass like birthday shot. It was like banana something. I was fucked up. I definitely woke up hung over as fuck the next day, and I still managed to wake up and make a cake. Yeah, that was pretty much my weekend. It was
Nice.
fucking awesome though. Yeah,
Nice.
It feels nice to be 25 and just.
I know your back hurt.
Oh, my back been hurt. My bones been cracked when I wake up in the morning, but that's a lack of stretching. That's another conversation for another day, though.
True.
Any yoga teachers and yoga instructors, I want to come and give the Mixing Pot podcast some lessons.
Yes.
Let us know. We're all for it.
For real though.
But yeah, guys, so that was my weekend. How about y'all?
Oh, I go first? Okay, cool. My week was fine. What did I do this week? Honestly, I don't think I really did much. I've been watching the World Cup a lot. Weekend, I haven't really done much. We did have our photo shoot, so everyone that follows me on Instagram and stuff, Chef Street Company, we had a photo shoot for our website that's going to be launching very soon. And I also had to recreate some dishes for my cookbook, Mixing It Up, Chef Street Volume 1. So I redid some dishes for the pictures for that, and we did our photo shoot. Shout out to the Chef Tree Company also. Chef Troopski is a part of it. Stevie Dordas, Miss A Block, Jocelyn, Olivia, and Young Nas, aka DJ Gunshot, aka DJ Young Nas, and whatever else names we call him, whatever. It's not stable.
I wish you
Yeah.
guys.
It's not stable.
I'm in the corner. You're supposed to like put it on.
Why is it not stable though, Tariq? Because
I
mine's
don't
is
know.
stable.
I don't know. It's fine. I'll just hold it.
Guys, we're having some technical
It's okay. It's the
difficulties
first
right now.
episode.
It is the first episode. It's okay.
No, but yeah, so we did our photo shoot. We haven't gotten pictures back yet, but I mean, I'm sure they came out pretty good. And it was also like our merch that we have, that we sell and stuff. Yeah, so like our merch and stuff. So pictures of our shirts, our aprons, and our sauce.
Not me about to blow up the roadcaster from
Basically.
laughing.
Basically. And I mean, yeah, it was a good photo shoot. We had, our family dinner, team dinner and stuff like that. So it was pretty nice. And then we had JP the DJ. Shout out to JP the DJ on Sunday's show. What I did mac and cheese bites, bacon mac and cheese bites at that.
Yum.
So yeah. So I mean, it was a pretty smooth weekend. Nothing crazy, honestly.
Nice.
Drew.
Saturday work. Sunday work.
Well, tell them why you had to work on the weekends.
Oh, because I had a vacation the prior week with my wife. Not my wife, actually, my girlfriend. Yo, I refer to her as my wife though.
It's getting clipped. It's
Yeah.
getting clipped.
It's getting clipped.
It's getting clipped.
But yeah, I went to Disney Springs because you know she'll chop my ass if I don't enclose that part that I didn't pay any entrance fee to go into the park. But anyway, nah, we went down to Disney. It was pretty lit. Went down to Disney Springs. Got to see Matt. Got to see Rook. Chilled with them. Went to one of my favorite restaurants now ever, Dave's Hot Chicken. If you never heard of that place, you have to go to that place. There's actually one in Newton.
Is
So,
there really? Let's
yes.
go.
Oh,
Let's
hey,
make that
let's
a
get
field trip.
I was just about to say that's been a real hot topic in the group chat. So
About because I brought it up and
everyone's been trying it. So I'm like,
it's
might have to
fire.
try it.
It's
Try it too, guys.
I'm not even gonna lie, it's better than Raising Cane's and it's better than
Really?
yeah, I
Zaxby's?
think it's better than Zaxby's. I'm thinking about all the chicken places.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, it beats
Popeyes?
Chick-fil-A. Yeah,
KFC?
It beats all those. It beats all those. Dave's Hot Chicken is the hot chicken.
It's it.
Okay.
That is it right there.
Yeah,
Wingstop?
yeah, it's better than Wingstop, I would say. But yeah, we had a ball, you know. We just went in the studio and we did our thing. We had a ball, you know.
Yes.
It's like nah. Shout out to Drake though. Yo, fuck Kanye.
I'm fucking dead.
But yeah.
Now it's Tariq that's
So-
gonna blow up the roadcaster.
For my job, I work at the Quinn in Boston on Commonwealth Ave, and they thought that it would be smart for me to work a Sunday, even though I had earned time off, vacation time. But regardless, I worked a busy Sunday brunch and got in there 6:30 and didn't leave until 5 o'clock. So it was like, yeah,
That's
on a
a
Sunday,
long ass day.
I was not feeling it.
Also to mention, me and Kayla haven't been in a kitchen in a very long time, so we don't know how that feels.
Right. I mean, no.
As much.
Don't
As
get it
much.
twisted.
Yeah.
I still know how that feels. And I don't want to feel that no more.
It's
That's
we
the
know how
goal.
it feels, but Drew's really is more in the kitchen in a work setting where me and Kayla do our own business. So we have
Entrepreneurial.
we have our own hours that we put in the kitchen in different
I'm still,
settings.
AKA, I'm still slaving. They not.
Oh.
Basically. And the sort of not really.
But yeah.
But no. Other than that, I got Callisto Protocol. Shout out to Callisto
I
Protocol.
beat that
That game
shit.
was crazy.
That game
shit was
is
crazy.
very crazy. Yes, that game is psycho.
Mm-hmm.
I can't play it at night because I will have nightmares.
Nightmares.
And I live alone, so I would definitely be shook.
Right. You gotta cuddle with your cat.
And he ain't gonna help. You seen what he was doing to the creatures.
Right.
But yeah, other than that, everything else was pretty good. I was looking forward actually to this Wednesday because I know it was gonna be our debut, baby. But yeah, other than that was it.
Yes, let's get it. Now him almost blowing up the
Deadass.
roadcaster. I'm on the roadcaster today, guys. I'm mixing it today.
We're definitely gonna have to get a new one.
Let me know how.
Let's hope we don't, please.
We're definitely gonna have to get a new
Roadcasters aren't cheap.
Yo, so
You can get your own.
when we get
We should all have our own.
Can we get AirPod Maxes, please?
I don't know
First-
why you keep saying
Can
AirPod
we?
Maxes.
That's what he wants.
No, we're gonna get them. All
Okay.
a complete podcast team has an elite set of headphones. I'm telling you. Look at all the
I do agree.
the
So
predecessors.
why can't we get like JBLs or something?
Why?
Because
Is that
if you
elite?
Drew don't want to be basic.
if
Is
you
that elite?
So if you look at
That's
the
not sleeper
Roadcaster, if you
design.
look at the Roadcaster on the
That's
back
not
of it,
sleek and different.
if you look at the Roadcaster on the back, it has inputs for headphones. Where are we hooking up AirPod Maxes to? There's only one
Bro.
Bluetooth button.
We can get the thing. See. Remember the thing that I sent you?
The
And it's
nude.
like the
Is it
blue-
called
the-
nude?
The Bluetooth thing.
Bluetooth thing.
So you
Yeah.
plug it in as a headphone jack,
It's called like.
and all of our headphones hook up to it.
Okay.
Boom.
Well,
I'm already on it.
Well, you know what?
I'm already
You
on it.
Already on
You
it.
figured that part out, and then you send us that, and then we'll have to figure out if it's feasible.
Oh, we'll make it feasible.
We will.
We
Oh.
gonna get to that point for sure.
All right.
We're gonna get to that point for sure. Alright. Do you wanna roll into your topic?
Yes. Word on the street with Drewski.
Well, first, what is your topic?
My topic today is
Word on the street, basically. That was
Word-
actually
That's
a
that's
great.
a good name. I like that.
I love the Tariq. Had you not said anything, he could have just rolled with it.
Well, it's the first episode, so people
Roll-
gonna, you know,
Word on
people.
the street.
So we have to break it down.
Right, we
We have to break it down to
everybody.
people because one, it's our first episode, and two, you know, once people start coming down and start listening, they're like, "What's word on the street? What is that?" So we got,
figure it out.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, it's,
you know, people like that. Stuff.
I get you. I get you.
But yeah, so
Yeah,
there you go.
that's
So
basically
today we're
this
starting off
topic.
with our word of the street segment of the show, where we let you know what the word on the street is going on and the going ons in the world. Today we have sad news. DJ Steven Twitch Boss has died at the age of 40, very young, unfortunately.
R.I.P.
Rest
Steven
in
Twitch
peace,
Boss.
rest in peace.
He was the DJ of Ellen DeGeneres. If you ever watched the Ellen DeGeneres show, you have definitely seen this man. And details behind his death was it actually was a suicide, and he unfortunately did it in a hotel room.
Damn.
Yes, mental health type of situation here. You just gotta really check on your friends, check on people, check on your loved ones. Always I call my mom every day just to make sure, like, you know, you never know what people are going through. Just reach out,
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate news, but
yeah, it's
it
very sad to hear.
happens. And to prevent that, the only way we can do it is practice mental health and reach out to one another and check in on one another.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree. I think it's very important that everybody has a support system, especially when they're feeling, you know, any type of way, super, super low. It's just, I feel like it could be, a lot of times it could be prevented if people felt like they had, you know,
Someone
The
to talk to.
support
that,
or something.
backbone type. Yeah. But I mean, then again, you never know. With anybody could be going through anything. But it is really sad. It is very important to check in on your people, and if you know anybody that needs help, like, make sure that you're doing your research, finding some help for them, and just helping them get through.
Yeah, I think it's important for people if you feel like, you know, you're suicidal or you have mental problems, for the people around you to actually understand and be aware, like, okay, this is what you're going through, how can we help? You know, I think before we really get to the point where you want to take your life, because you know, no one should, but you know, the people around you should try, you know, understand, like, okay, how are you feeling? And that goes back to, you know, talking to someone, you know, if you need the help, or just reaching out to, hey, you know, I know we like to joke around a lot with ourselves and stuff, but not everything is always a joke. So I think it's always important to kind of talk to each other and just keep each other in mind while everything's happening in our world. So
One way I practice this is with some of my friends. I literally will text them. I'll be like, "Yo, how's your mental health? Like,
I love that.
tell me what's going on, what's happening in your head. You know, like, everybody keeps thoughts to themselves. We talk to ourselves every day. People out there say they don't have a conscience, that they talk to themselves, but I'm pretty sure that everybody speaks to themselves.
Anybody that is human being
literally
speaks to themselves.
So,
correct.
I mean, to at least express that and let those inner thoughts out sometimes and with another person is very, very healthy. It's a good practice to do.
Or, sorry to cut you, but even just to yourself, honestly, and you know, I'm gonna go more into this when we come about my topic, but writing things down, writing how you feel, you know, being able to do that just makes you that much more aware of what's going on with you internally, because it allows you to physically see that written down in paper. And then, you know, sometimes for a lot of people it's just that they need to, you know, have that like switch where it's like, oh wow, okay, it's getting to this point, the words that I'm seeing on this piece of paper are not okay. How can I make that better? So again, just becoming more aware that that's what's going on internally within you, because a lot of times people are going through things, but everybody is in such denial that they want to put on this facade, especially with social media now too, where like it has to seem like you have everything planned out and everything is going perfectly and going great, when the majority of the time it is not like that at all.
And no one ever sees the behind the scenes of those people. You only see the outcome. You only see the end result.
And I was just about to say, like you said, it's a facade. Like you put it on social media, the go happy life that you want people to see and make it look like everything's fine, but once you turn the camera off, it looks like, and you're really not. You don't have anyone there to talk to, so it's really important.
Okay, Drake. That was one of Drake's lyrics. Sorry.
No, but yeah, I definitely agree. I love that you do that, Drew. Honestly, I think that's so important. That says so much about you as a person and your character, and how important other people are to you, and how valuable they are for sure.
And he does do that randomly. He'll just text me like, "What are you doing? What are you up to?" And I'm like, "Nothing. Why? What's up?" He's like, "Nothing. Just checking on you." So again,
I'm not chatting when I say that.
Real friends. How many of them?
For real.
Right, though. I mean, I want to take a quick second and thank both of you guys for being here, because I consider that you guys are really some true friends. Like, honestly, I know we check in on each other constantly, and just just such a huge support to have for each other. So thank you guys for being here today.
Thank you.
Support a close fist to his chin if you don't wake up in there. But no. What's next?
That's the word on the street.
So that's the word on the street, Drew?
Yeah, that's the word on the street, guys. It wasn't a good word on the street, but we gotta let you guys know what's going on out there. We can't just leave you going out into the world all blind and stuff, especially when you're probably listening to this on your Friday morning commute. So
yeah, prayers to his family as well. On some lighter news, my topic is word of the day. So basically, this is going to be a culinary word, or a word definition that you guys probably didn't know or never heard of. So mine today is an easy one. It's called mise en place. Basically, what it means is to put in place. It's where you have all your prep, or in the kitchen, everything is right there for you, so you don't need to go running around for it. Basically, what our mise en place for our show is our setup. So we have our green screen set up, we have the roadcaster set up, we have our sound checks, we have our notes. This is what our mise en place is for.
We have our blunts rules.
Exactly.
Drew.
Also, I don't smoke, so you won't see me touch it. But yeah, they'll have their blunts so they can smoke. We'll have our drinks of the day. That's gonna be our mise en place. Us making sure we have everything right here, so we're not running around and stuff like that. Obviously, if you watch the first episode, you can see us kind of walking around and playing cat's away, or things that happen in the background. Of course, we're learning, but as we go along, you'll start to see like we're literally doing we're not moving around from our chairs and stuff as much. So yeah, quick topic, easy topic, but something you can learn on your everyday basis. And then that's our word of the day.
Yes. Okay, word of the day. I absolutely, just like culinary terms, that's one of my favorites, just to speak on it a little bit more, because I think it is so important to literally have everything in its place with anything in your life, not just cooking or, like recording a podcast, but going to work, or just literally anything. Like, just a big project, I think, is super important, especially for that. Just to make sure that, you're good. Mm-hmm. You have everything you need, you can get started. And
what'd you roll in that?
Some lemongrass.
That shit's fire.
Bustin'!
I was like,
wait till the second one.
Different.
I didn't know, so I was like, damn, what should I roll today? Well, I rolled some actual bud, obviously. I believe it was lemon cherry gelato. And then I rolled some lemongrass in this first one. And then in the second one, it's the same bud, but I rolled in...
Mugwort? Yeah, I was close.
Was it? No, Damiana. And then...
Damiana.
And then lavender as well.
Alright.
So we'll get a little bit of both of those in
See,
that
I'm
second
used to
one.
just smoking straight weed, so I'm out here venturing as well while we're doing the podcast.
Straight weed or
Yes.
weed mixed with tobacco. But
Nah.
I've been trying to steer clear of tobacco. I mean, if there's other herbs that Mother Nature is giving us that are smokable, why am I still smoking tobacco? Like, fuck that. Dead ass. Like, all these other herbs have so many other, just like great benefits to them. And yeah, I'm all set with tobacco. I mean, I'll still smoke it though, Rosa.
But yeah, getting back to the word of the day. First, also just context on why I chose word of the day for mine is basically on mixing it with Chef Tariq every Sunday. Jocelyn, who helps with the camera and stuff, she'll always hear me say a different term, or Drew will be like, "Oh, what does this mean? Or what are you doing right now?" And I'll say a word and like, "What does that mean?" And I'll explain it, and she's like, "What? Huh?" So again, and that's more of a an inside joke for all of us. But she said it one time on the show, like, "Yo, you should actually make like a book or whatever of culinary terms for dummies." But we don't have to do a book for it. We have the podcast here where I can say what it is, explain what it is, and still kind of dumb it down, but for someone who can still understand it easy enough, basically. So it's not for dummies, but for dummies, basically.
Kinda, sorta, not really, like I like to say.
Basically.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I think that's great. I think that was a great first word to start with, Tariq.
Yeah, it's an easy word, and that was honestly like the first word we learned at CIA anyway, so.
Yeah, for sure. I love that.
Mise en place, definitely.
Mise en place,
Yes.
and that was the first word we learned, and it was literally the key word we needed for our time there, so.
Right. Awesome.
Very true.
Yes. Okay. So, guys, guess who's next? That's me.
Did you just put the sparkle
with the
one up?
sparkle one? Yes,
Hey,
of
did you pull
course.
a yeah one for me?
No.
Wow.
Yo, she's a hater,
I
guys.
forgot.
She's a hater.
All right.
We have sound effects, so we can put sound effects in.
Drew, it's just because you rolled right into yours, and then your topic today was so sad. So how am I gonna put Lil Jon? Yeah. But
And then if you
right.
That's very true. That's very true.
That's not okay. I should have put the sad one. Oh, we don't have a sad sound yet. We gotta get one.
We
We'll
don't.
get
Just get the
one.
wah, wah, wah,
Right, though.
wah.
that might be messed up for.
Oh my god, yeah, no, that's horrible.
Yeah, not for that one.
We'll figure that one out.
Yeah,
We have a bunch of buttons to play with, so.
we shall definitely find that out. So, my topic, guys, is spirituality, basically, and everything and anything that has to do with it. And, I feel like I wanted to pick this topic because it's something that's been very special to me and learning about myself and my growth as the years have gone by. And I feel like I've connected more with my spirituality since I graduated college and I started working full time. And especially within the last year and a half to 2 years, just because I experienced a lot of grief and anger and frustration and confusion, and it literally got to a point where I was almost emotionless, and I didn't even know kind of how to get back to how I was or how I used to feel before. And I've definitely been doing a lot better since then, but like I said, I wanted to pick this topic because it is something that is definitely very, very special to me. So I'm gonna start off this first episode basically just giving y'all an overview about what spirituality is. So to understand what spirituality is, we gotta understand that it falls under a category called metaphysics, which is a branch of philosophy that deals with the first principles of things, including abstract concepts such as being, knowing, substance, cause, identity, time, and space. So it's basically an abstract theory with no basis in reality or no scientific explanation for it. So according to Google, spirituality is the quality of being concerned with the human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things. right? So it's basically the recognition of a feeling or like a sense or belief that there's something greater than ourselves out there, something more than just a human sensory experience, and just that the greater whole that we're a part of is like cosmic or divine. A lot of times when I am referring to spirituality or just in my regular day conversations, I'll, instead of kind of saying like God, I'll say the universe, just because I think we're more than just one specific thing, being, or religion. I think it's just a lot more than that. And just as a little extra knowledge in there for you guys, basically what that bubbles down to is called being an omniist. I believe that's how you pronounce it. So it's basically omnism, and that's the recognition and respect of all religions and their gods or lack thereof. So just, being super open with everything, because again, I think it all intertwines.
It does.
But so, why is spirituality important in the human experience? And I can say this physically, I think most importantly, it's really to discover who we are internally, because, ultimately we're here on this earth for a specific reason, I feel. And like, it's just a matter of, getting in touch with our core selves and finding purpose and meaning behind why we're here. There's so many people that just wake up every day and go to their 9-to-5s and slave for somebody else, I mean, no offense what I'm saying, right? No, but like, just to put that into perspective and kind of how you mentioned it earlier, it's just like people just get stuck in the routine. And no, I'm not with that. Again, I think that there's so much more to living than just following, what you're supposed to do, in quotes. And no, it's about being happy within yourself, right? There's also another reason, and that, it gives us a sense of peace and wholeness and balance amongst some of the most important aspects of our lives. I feel like, we've all experienced those types of people that give us those super bad vibes, or just like off, and they're just so weird. And I think in part it's because
Yes, you have.
they're
Yes, you have.
yeah, you have, Drew. No, it's just, I feel like those types of people aren't really in tune with themselves, they don't have an idea of what balance is, within their physical lives, their emotional like selves, their like mental, their spiritual bodies, like all of it intertwines into who we are. And then, also to like help cope with your feelings, stress, depression, anxiety. I wonder, relating back to your topic earlier, Drew, if maybe that was something that Steven could have needed a little bit more support with or help with, or, was just like that cope of those feelings, whatever he was going through. Oops. But yeah, and then it really just like helps restore our hope and our optimism. It's developing a positive mindset. You think about positive things, you attract positive things. You think about negative things, that's what you're bringing back to you. And it's just a matter of, taking care of your, not just your physical health, but your mental health as well. And going right back to your topic earlier, I think it all just comes into play. There was actually something that I read one day. I don't know if it was in a book or I heard in a podcast or something, but basically it goes, when we take care of our minds, our body thanks us. And when we take care of our bodies, our mind thanks us. And I think that that's like super, super on point, like 100%. But yeah, so I had a quick question for both of you guys, actually, going into, the last part of my topic is, how do you guys think you practice spirituality on a daily? Wait, the cricket sound. I forgot it was on the broadcast. They sound so sad though. Like, those crickets do not sound like crickets at all.
We're gonna have to get the actual cricket sound.
Right, that ass. But yeah.
One way I practice spirituality was actually today before you guys came in. Yesterday I went out to Walmart and I had, we were going to have this meeting, so I went and got cases of water, bought some incense. You know how I like my little incense.
Yes, with the incense.
Yeah,
Love
so I just light up incense, set the mood, and set vibes, for good good vibes to come.
Good energy.
You set good energy.
Yes.
You build it, they will come.
Yes.
If you build it, they will come. But yeah, that's one way I practice spirituality. Tariq?
Nice.
Kind of on the same level. I would say, specifically when I do the show on Sunday. All right. I would say, I have that routine of like, all right, wake up in the morning at 8 a.m. I get up, take a shower, get dressed, and I, start cleaning the kitchen, start putting the banners up, start mopping, sweeping, and I put music on, and of course YouTube already has the songs I've been listening to recently, so they just play and I just go on my day, and then once the time comes, the team comes in, DJ comes in to set up, everyone's ready to go, and it's basically mentally that's how I get ready for it. What? Why are you smirking?
What do you have to say, Drew?
Why are you smirking?
No, because I remember us having this conversation last week, and he was like, I'm just jumping around, and when my curls are just bouncing around.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. No,
but it's true. Like, I mean, when I have my hair braided, like my hair is like just wet and curly and stuff like that. So I'm just jumping around, the curls are flowing. Like, what do you want? When I have box braids,
Why is it wet though?
that's the conditioner, baby.
Oh, okay, word.
I got that leave-in conditioner, you know what I'm saying?
The leave-in conditioner.
I gotta make it look pop, you know what I'm saying?
I'm dead.
No, but yeah, I mean, that's just mentally how I like prepare for the show, like, and of course I mentioned the show plenty of times and stuff like that. But I mean, that's just how I like. If we have special guests, so like when Kayla or Drew is on, like, all right, this is what they're gonna need. This is how this is. I gotta text them to make sure they're good, they're out, they're ready to go. Like, that's just mentally how I do it. I like type out my the pin on Instagram or for YouTube for that day, send it up to Jocelyn or to a group chat, basically, so whoever's on cameras, they have that ready to go. So it's just that routine I have that gets me ready to go for the show. And even like once the show starts, like I literally like everyone in the background will see it who's not like watch from like the camera and stuff. But like you'll see me like crouch down and just like kind of like just bob, like put my head down just to like get ready, basically, take a sip of water, and then once I get introduced on, I just go. So it's like everything that's not on my mind that needs to be on my mind is like away. Once the show's on, once we get started, once 11 o'clock hits, it's showtime. It's literally I'm focused on the recipe. I'm focused on what's happening in the chat. I'm looking around to make sure everyone else is good, but I'm still making sure I'm good to go for that day, basically.
For sure, yeah. Putting yourself in that space mentally in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Well, I love to hear that. I feel like, we all kind of practice spirituality even though we don't even really realize it.
Yep.
And a lot of those ways could be like praying, reading your favorite book, doing, some stretches, yoga, working out, meditating, like Drew said earlier, or even just connecting with nature. In the morning, like walking your dog, or during the summer, if it's really nice outside, just taking a quick step outside in the morning, feeling the sun, going back inside, doing what you gotta do, and then keeping it pushing for your day.
Yeah.
There's a couple of other ways that it could also be practiced, in regards to reciting affirmations. So it could be writing them down, reading them. There's different applications. I have two downloaded on my phone. One is called Motivation, and the other one is called I Am. And they both basically just give me random quotes or sayings throughout the day. I have it function where, I think it sends me like 3 a day. So it's like 1 in the morning, 1 midday, 1 at night. And it's just an awesome reminder, that I am successful, I am loved, I am a positive being, and just other motivational, like,
reminders.
Just little reminders. Practicing breath work I think is super important, especially when we're in a stressful situation or, in a situation where there's like violence or could be potential violence involved, just because just practicing your breath and being able to control your heart rate will control just kind of how you react in that quick moment. Journaling, like I mentioned earlier, writing things down and staying on top of, just realizing, all right, this is what's going on. Even just simply as practicing gratitude. So like, you know, calling your friends and being like, hey, I appreciate you, I hope everything's good with you. That's so awesome, you know. You know, there's a couple of other ways. I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen like TikToks, so like girls with like crystals and cleansing themselves with the sage, and all of that is right. I mean, it's true. It comes from Mother Earth, Mother Nature. All has a connection and energy to it. Yeah, and I think just like self-reflecting, super super important. Just helping us understand, you know, like where we are in our lives, so that we know how we need to improve and just continue to better ourselves every day. There's a couple of questions that you could ask yourself. I ask myself these quite often. Things like, what did I learn today, or what inspired me today? How did I show kindness to others? That makes me feel great to know that I made somebody else feel great. What strengths did I use today? What challenges did I overcome? And most importantly, what do I look forward to tomorrow? Because if you're not looking forward to your tomorrow, you're not living right. But I wanted to leave you guys off, on a quick little, like some little tips and tricks, like my top meditation tips and tricks. I like to drink a cup of tea. It literally could be any tea. My mom and I have almost 2 cabinets full of tea boxes, loose leaf tea,
Sleepy
just
time.
everything, all of it. We love it.
Earl Grey.
I like Earl Grey for breakfast. Yes.
Breakfast.
I did have a question for both of you guys.
Oh yeah.
And this goes back to basically how the culinary industry is right now, especially coming off the pandemic and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we know you said, you know, Drew is working in the kitchen while, you know, me and Kaylee do our own businesses outside of the kitchen. But mentally, how do you guys feel, like, Drew, like, how do you feel while you're in the kitchen, like, still online? And like, Kayla, like, how do you feel, like, all right, you're making cakes or you're doing events for people, like, you're in the kitchen, but, you know, you're outside doing it for yourself, basically.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like this is just my opinion. All of us were instilled with the zone, is what I call it. When you're just in your concentration zone, you're just executing dishes, slinging it out, whether you're on the line or whatever type of setting you are. You're doing your job, and making sure you're doing it with the utmost quality and ensuring the utmost whatever you want to call it, but like you're in the zone. And when I get to work, the leading up to going to work, getting up at 4 a.m. and all that, it drags. But it's like as soon as I get to work, I'm like, okay, I know I left this for my station yesterday. I know I still got this. What else do I need to go grab from upstairs? Like, what else do I need to prep? All right, I know service starts at 11:30 for lunch, so like I need to have all my salads ready. I need to have everything good to go. And then when those orders start coming in, because they're gonna start sliding in, especially around the holidays, like people are ordering out the ass. You just gotta be ready, and if you're not ready, obviously it's gonna show during service because you're just gonna start fucking up.
Right.
And once you fucking up, you know what you're in. You're in the weeds.
Yeah.
You can't get out the weeds. Can't nobody help you out the weeds but yourself.
That's gonna be a word of the day one day. Weeds. We don't tell you about that one.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
Yeah. Continue.
I mean, well,
Go
I feel like, you know, very similar to just like, you know, whenever I'm doing something, it's like I need to make sure that I have everything ready, everything prepared. I mean, for like I said, this past weekend I had a cake order to do, and you know, I had prepped a couple things on Friday, and then, or I like mise en place some stuff on Friday, and then I prepped some stuff on Saturday, so that when Sunday came and I woke up, all I had to do was just grab all of my different components and put that cake together, you know. So just making sure that I'm always on top of things. I feel like sometimes, I'm not even gonna lie, it is a little difficult though to like keep that sense of urgency for me and myself, just because I'm doing stuff on my own now. So it's not like I have the pressure of somebody else breathing down my neck, or other people judging me for what I'm doing, or like in that very moment, or not having my things like set and being in the weeds. Although I still sometimes feel like I'm in the weeds when I don't complete certain projects that I had planned for myself to like put out. An example being my website, basically. So remember I had showed you guys I was starting a blog, but then I also started a website for Liquid Gold that's basically just going to serve as like a menu for now. And so I was like working on it so hard, and I almost have it ready. And I wanted to release it for my birthday as, just kind of like a special for myself and for everybody that's been such a fan of my products. But like the computer, the website was like glitching, or this just like wasn't a function that was like available in the moment. So I haven't been able to get like one part of it complete. And I'm just like, well, fuck, because like that's kind of that feeling of I'm in the weeds.
Exactly.
Like I'm not where I have to be and where I'm supposed to be. But yeah, that's basically kind of just keep it pushing,
Yeah. I mean, you guys both basically hit on it. Like it's being in that zone, like for like just what Kayla said when she has a cake. When I have an event, like whether I'm a vendor or doing a catered event or even doing meal preps, it's once it's that day, like I'm in that zone. Like I know I gotta get done. I have my timeline. I do my timeline in my head, but I know, all right, this is what I gotta get done right now. Let me get this done right now. Let me do this. And even then, I'm still in the weeds because again, I'm by myself. If I don't have Andrew or Kayla, and I'm doing it by myself, it's literally just me. So I know I have to get things done accordingly, get things done in a fashion, a time fashion, basically. So definitely mentally, it's definitely where it's like there's a lot going on at the same time, and it's like when I'm by myself in the kitchen, it's like, all right, you gotta get it together. You gotta get this going. You gotta get this going. So, I mean, I think you guys will definitely hit on it. And I mean, of course, we'll definitely revisit a lot of things in the industry, especially with the pandemic and stuff like that. But I mean, that's just a quick, small sample of whatever. So.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, guys. So just to finish up my topic. So, like I mentioned with my top meditation tips, first drinking a cup of tea. I love to do that. Then I love to set the mood, like you did, lighting the incense. I love to do that, or light candles, or even use like an essential oil diffuser. Just
Those
water,
nice,
especially during the winter time. Those are so nice when you go to sleep, just to keep like your nasal area moisturized and open, so you don't get sick. Like
no Vicks.
Yeah, literally.
No Vicks on your chest.
I'm dead. I like to put my phone on D&D and set a timer, just in case, like if I'm in a time crunch in the morning and I just want to get it in real quick, do that. I'll keep a notebook close by, and then most times I'll either listen to a guided meditation on like Spotify or Apple Music or YouTube, or sometimes I just like to listen to meditation music. Say I'm cleaning the house in the morning, or I wanted some time to just read my favorite book, I'll just set some music in the background. But yeah, those are just a couple tips for meditation, what you could start implementing in your own daily lives, and a quick little overview in regards to what I'm going to be talking about with my topic.
Nice.
So let's get it. Yeah,
Nice.
It was awesome. But yeah, all right. So
Technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties. I'm trying to look for my note in regards to where. Oh,
I don't know if anyone can hear that, but.
right though.
But yeah, so I mean, our topic for today, basically, and of course, we tying it back to food and stuff.
There was not happening.
Our topic today is basically, foods that we like and don't like, basically our dislikes in food. I'm gonna throw out some topics for you guys and just say, what do you guys like? What things you don't like, basically. I'll start off with, I'll say an easy one, cakes. What's your favorite cakes?
What's my favorite cake? I love me some chocolate cake. Chocolate anything.
That's the wrong answer.
I'm such a fucking chocolate
Wrong answer.
sucker.
Wrong.
What do you mean?
Wrong. Continue. Wrong.
Oh wow! Did you hear what I just said?
No, I didn't. I did it. Drew did.
That's funny.
God!
Hey,
I meant to
relax.
say.
That's getting clipped.
Yes, it's getting clipped. Okay, I'm just not even gonna say anything anymore.
No,
You're
okay.
gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it when you play it back.
I would have to say, I don't know. I love a good coffee cake. Coffee cake is fire. Birthday cake.
Never ever seen you eat coffee cake in my life.
Bro, I like
I
coffee
just
cake.
ate a coffee cake. Bro.
Okay, that was the first time, and you didn't even eat it. It was you said it was your last one.
It was my. So you know I had to run through the box myself. What are you talking about, bro?
I'm just saying. I never seen you actually eat one.
Nah, I eat those. I eat anything that has to do with cinnamon and sugar. You guys know I'm on it,
Yeah,
bro.
with your monkey bread.
Monkey
Literally,
Mhm.
monkey bread. They made something at work the other day, the baking pastry team, and it was just like this big cake, but it was like rolled, but it had cinnamon. It was almost like,
Like
a
a
cinnamon
yulog?
bun.
Probably.
Probably, I think it was like
Or
they
like
said
a
a
Swiss
cinnamon
roll
bun
type
cake or
deal.
something. Yeah, like a Swiss roll.
A Yule log.
Yeah,
Yule
Yule log, but
Because
like
it's Christmas time.
But yeah, I didn't eat it. It looked weird. They said there was cinnamon in it. I was like, I'm not fucking with it.
He said that's not for me.
So, but yeah, birthday cake, like I was saying, ice cream cake I fuck with, but the birthday cake has to have the layers, the levels to it. You feel me? There's levels to the cake. So it's like strawberry, and then it's pineapple. Always like.
What's the
Yellow
cake?
cake. Yellow cake.
What's the cake your mom used to make you every year for your birthday?
Bro, oh my god, fucking Cool Whip cake. Bro.
The
Like,
Cool Whip cake, not the Cool Whip
Cool
cake.
Whip, she would make a yellow cake and just straight Cool Whip on top of it, and literally put blueberries and strawberries and line them up like the American flag.
When's your birthday?
July 2nd, but we always celebrate it on the 4th.
Oh,
bro.
fucking
Oh my god, that's my family though. I love them to death. Shout out Purvis, shout out Kathy. You know, she raised a G. You feel me? She raised a G.
Why'd you bump into the mic? Oh my god. Again, those are both wrong answers. Okay.
Wow.
You're supposed to say carrot cake and cheesecake. Okay.
Bro, first off,
And Kayla's carrot cake is top 5.
My
it's not,
carrot cake
and it's
is
not
top
5, 4, 2.
3,
or
2,
three.
or 1.
No.
I mean-
no. No.
she said or one.
No.
I'm just
So
kidding.
where'd you put your carrot
eating?
cake? No.
I'm just kidding. Or 3 or 2. There we go. That's what I meant to stop at.
Yes, carrot cake and cheesecake are my 2 favorite cakes.
Yes. I like Oreo cheesecake.
Oreo cheesecake is really good.
Oreo
You like
cheesecake's fire.
There we go. You don't like Oreo cheesecake?
But some like cinnamon roll type cheesecake, yeah, that you body that
What did
shit.
you? What
I
did
sent you
pull
that
up?
before.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
cinnamon bun cheesecake. I think it was.
I
or
sent
something like
that to the group chat one time. Yeah, I was like
yo,
recipe
a
for it.
Cinnabon.
Yeah, it was like a cinnamon
Like,
cheesecake.
Yeah, but Cinnabon though.
The actual place in
Fire. Best place ever.
Of
like,
course.
It is good. It's good.
Like,
I
to
had
make me
it.
happy, back in the day, all you had to do was get me Cinnabon and take me to Blockbuster on a Friday, bro. That's it.
That's
I'm
it.
set. I'm set as a kid, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
what?
Cinnabon is good.
Is the yayo appropriate for that?
Yeah. Blockbuster. Shout out Blockbuster. I know y'all ain't really a company no more, but y'all got that last one standing in Oregon. I ain't going out there, though.
That is very true.
I'm dead.
Cakes. That was the cakes. What are fruits and vegetables you guys don't like?
Okra.
Fruits and vegetables
Okra?
that I don't like.
Squash.
Okay.
Whoa,
Delicata squash.
delicata.
Olives. Fucking hate
Olives.
olives.
What is that? Is that
Olives
like a
are
nasty
trash.
grape? What
Olives
is that?
I'm
Olives
so
are
glad
trash.
you agree.
I'll tell you guys this quick story. When I was in Italy for school, of course olives are big out there in Italy and stuff. But we went. It was a small just me and some friends and our teacher basically like, oh, you guys want to come out to a olive where the distillery basically. We was like, yeah, sure, we'll all come out. And they're showing us the factory, how they press the olives and stuff, making olive oil and stuff like that. And olive oil was fire. Like I bought one for my dad for Christmas that year or whatever. But they were like, you guys want to try olives? And I don't like olives, and I've never liked olives till that point. But I tasted that olive, and my mouth was literally numb for the rest of the day.
No.
Why?
I don't know. It did not taste good, and I was just like, yo, my mouth doesn't feel right now. Like
This man then went out to Italy and had an allergic reaction in an olive factory.
Dead ass.
It's not even I don't know. I don't eat olives. But.
The only other time I ate something that I wasn't used to and my tongue, my whole mouth went numb was when I ate that durian fruit. When we was in Jersey and I was chilling with KT and she went to the Indian market and literally came out with durian fruit and it looked like some alien species type fruit. I've never seen that before.
Isn't it called jackfruit?
I think so. Jackfruit.
Yeah.
But she was like,
durian.
yeah,
I
it's
think
durian.
Durian is called.
And I was like, what is that? And
How
she
long?
like unwrapped
so
it.
then I know it,
She's like, here, try some. And gave me a big half of it. I was like, nah, like let me try a little bit. Put it on my tongue, bro. My shit started going numb. My literal throat started itching. Like I started. Had to take Benadryl immediately.
No, I didn't. I didn't have all that. My mouth was just.
Oh
numb.
wow. Okay, so no, it's not the same thing. They look very similar
Same, right?
though. Wow.
I can probably eat jackfruit, but I can't eat durian.
That's crazy. So I just Google searched it real quick. It says jackfruit contains latex and durian does not. That's crazy. What the hell? The unripe durian
Oh wow.
tastes rich and bittersweet. Jackfruit pulp tastes like a cross between a banana, mango, and pineapple.
That would be fire.
The jackfruit smell is musky and fruity, while durian fruit is known for its
Dang.
intense odor.
It stunk too. Like as soon as she unwrapped it, it was stinking. I was like, why am I eating something that stink?
No. My throat wasn't. That's not what. It was literally just my mouth was just numb for a few hours. It was just like, I don't know.
That's an allergic reaction tree.
I don't know.
For a few hours.
Unless there was cocaine.
Unless there was cocaine in that olive oil.
Oh.
Dead ass.
It wasn't the olive oil. It was the actual olives that they picked, or whatever.
Yeah, they definitely.
But yeah, I don't like
Oh
olives.
yeah, the olives. They dusted them shits with that.
Coca.
Hey.
With the coca.
No, speaking of which, Coke in Italy. Did you hear about that stuff that happened on the set of The Equalizer 3?
No.
So the head chef of the actual set of the movie set overdosed, and so on set, so they literally went there and literally did an investigation. There was over 3 kilos on set of actual coke.
Holy
They
shit.
had Denzel Washington shooting scenes with real coke, bro.
Are you serious?
Real coke, no prop shit.
Wow.
Motherfuckers thought they can really like pass it
Just blend that
Oh,
shit.
they were
through
bugging
a
out.
movie set, like it was a prop,
Mm-hmm.
and found out because this motherfucker was just doing too
Just
much blow.
OD'd, yeah.
Yeah, that's OD.
Wow, had he not OD'd, they would have
They
never
would never
known.
know.
In plain sight.
Damn, we need that sight. I mean,
That
we need that sound.
But
It's just like sound. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That
But
is
yeah,
crazy.
olives we all agree on. Olives are trash. Don't ever put them on pizza. If you put it on pizza, I'm not eating it.
I
yeah.
can eat a supreme
No.
slice.
No.
Oh hell no.
I can eat a supreme
Hell
slice.
no,
If
because
I'm really hungry.
anything
Take the
that
olives
an
off, it's
olive
fine.
touches, it should taste like it. Even if you take it out, put that shit on pizza, you take it off, the cheese still tastes like olives.
yes.
Put that shit in rice or in pasteles or in empanadas, you take it out, it still fucking tastes like olives. I'm okay. But it's olive oil, I'm okay.
Olive oil is fine.
I like olive
It's
oil.
even worse when someone
But,
has
like,
like the
just
pizza with
olives.
olives on it,
Nah.
and then you try to heat up the next day, and you still find olives in there. It's like, bro, that's the worst part. When they spread the olives out, and you like pick them all off the pizza,
Oh nah.
and then it be hidden in the cheese, and you take a bite of it, you just yo, that is the
I mean,
worst.
Shout
On
out
a
to
pizza,
everybody that does not like
I can
olives.
eat it. But as an olive itself, like martinis, all that, with the olive,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
Take that shit out of my drink, bro.
Yeah, nah, I'm all set on that.
Hold the olive. Actually, hold all the olives. Nobody gets it. This is a group decision.
Very, very true.
I'm deciding for the group.
Literally.
What about fruits? What's some fruits you guys don't like?
I'm not a big fan for honeydew.
What?
Not a big like what is that other melon? It's just melon,
Cantaloupe.
right?
Cantaloupe?
I
What?
could really care less for
I'm
cantaloupe. I like a honeydew more than cantaloupe, but
Both of
like
those weird.
You
When
like
they're- when
melons?
they're-
What
when they're
about
released.
watermelon? Do you like watermelon?
No, I'm actually. I
They're not
really
black
don't like.
anymore.
You don't like
No,
melons?
I've never liked it as a kid. You could call my mom right now and be like, she'll be outside. They'll summertime. Everybody eating watermelon. They'll get a big ass watermelon, split that down the middle, bro. Like I'm hitting the slip and slide.
Yo, I was just about to ask if you
You're
like
off
at
with
least
that.
your wife's melons.
Yeah, I love melons.
Oh boy, we
You
didn't put
said
that.
slip and
we
slide. I
didn't-
had
shout
to.
out. Shout out
We didn't
to
put that in
melons.
them promo commercials we put out. We didn't put any of that.
Hey,
But,
yo.
yo, that's crazy. Wow. So you don't like cantaloupe. You don't like honeydew. You don't like watermelon.
I'm not a big melon guy, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I'll eat blueberries, strawberries, raspberries,
You like
blackberries.
berries?
I'm a berries type of person.
Okay.
I like berries too.
Like,
I'm a berries tip.
yo, you need your mic revoked tonight. You're
No,
just
what do you
like,
mean?
This is why we need an actual engineer who controls it. So
Right.
when Kayla says something crazy, they can just mute her.
She ain't saying that crazy though, but we all know what she's inferring, bro.
We
You
do.
can see her. We see her
We
facial
do.
expression.
What do you
Oh boy. Oh.
Yo,
boy.
no. I definitely just like shoved the mic in my face as I was trying to fix
What
it.
kind of berries do you like though, for real, for real?
I like.
Dinkle?
You're fucking disgusting, Andrew.
Nah.
You're gross. You know, I'm not even gonna answer your question.
Nah, I had
I'm
just
just
a
gonna-
Strawberries are the best berries. Yes.
What did you say?
Strawberries are the best ones.
Kiwi berries. You had those?
No.
It's like
Kiwi
a cross
berries?
between kiwis and grapes.
No.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Bruh.
I never had a kiwi
I
berry.
gotta look this shit up.
Fire.
Kiwi berry. That's interesting. That is interesting. No, I ain't never had that.
It's a tiny ass kiwi. So it's literally just like a tiny kiwi that's
Yeah.
the size of.
Fire. But they're super sweeter too, like, because they're smaller.
Right.
Fire.
They literally look like kiwis.
Yeah.
Fire. It's a cross between kiwis and grapes.
Interesting.
Have you guys ever seen or heard or worked with finger limes
Yeah,
before?
the mini lime.
Yeah,
No.
those shits are crazy.
They're fire. And then
It's like
little
fucking
boba
candy
balls.
art.
Like
Yeah.
little balls.
Or like boba coming out of like a little shell.
Really?
But it's like, it tastes like a lime. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
I
it's
remember,
But they're not, they
Yeah.
don't look like limes. They look like little slugs. Like,
let's see.
Almost.
Yeah.
Can we also talk about how limes and lemons and avocados this year have absolutely sucked?
Yeah, limes especially. Those are finger limes.
I've never seen those.
you've never seen that?
No.
They've definitely worked with that at,
Yeah, same at Castle Hill. I
we
used
worked-
to-
I don't think at Marriott.
No,
ever,
we
but
didn't.
No.
we
We
worked
definitely
with it
didn't.
at the Quinn a lot.
Really?
But yeah, I used to squeeze that onto.
I'd squeeze it straight in my mouth. No weird shit. No weird shit.
Wow, you'd be like, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not
No
gonna say
weird
it.
shit. But I would be eating them right on the line.
Okay.
You know,
well,
alright,
I was
first
just,
of all, we need the pause button on here because you
Pause.
know,
Hey yo, that's what we need. Hey yo.
Yeah, we
we know
need that
people are
in,
going
yo.
to kill us when we start talking about food and steaks and beefs and meats and stuff like that. So you know we're gonna need that button on here.
Or we need that. Hey yo, what the fuck?
You know we need
Definitely.
that. But yeah, that's a pause button.
I used to put these on scallop crudo that I did at
Fire.
Castle Hill. So good. I used to display the scallop just thinly sliced
Thinly sliced.
on the half shell of the scallop because
Yeah.
we used to shuck them.
You put
and
radish
then-
on it?
Huh?
Radish.
No, olive oil, finger lime, and I want to say it was Maldon, but it could have been any other type of flaky sea salt, and it was just absolutely
It's probably
divine.
all done because you finished with.
Yeah,
olive oil.
so good. But yeah, I don't know why.
Lime.
Well, the little kiwi berries reminded me of these.
Finger
So
limes, that's interesting.
Finger limes are
lime.
fire, but that's actually what we used it for at the Quinn too. We had a what is that fish? Starts with an H.
Haddock?
No, it's
Halibut?
it's- no, it's one of those other ones. It's like Chinese. It's an Asian fish.
Hake?
No.
um,
don't think cake's a fish.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, alright, I got it.
Yeah.
Hold on,
I remember
look
from
for it.
fish class.
Yeah.
But they come in like they're like big, like they come in almost like steaks, like swordfish almost. And it just was big. I'm gonna search it up.
It's a whitefish.
Yeah, it's a whitefish. 'Cause you were thinly shaving it.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But speaking of fish, that's gonna be my next one. Shellfish, crustaceans, and stuff. What are some that you guys like and don't like? You want to start that off, Kayla?
Unfortunately, I can't eat shrimp.
Damn shame.
I'm gonna have to.
You never tried shrimp?
Yes, I grew up eating shrimp. I used to eat shrimp until I was about maybe 18,
Damn.
19, I would say.
So
The only reason why I found out I was allergic to shrimp was after we graduated school. So I graduated in 2017. I started working full time that same summer. No, I think it was basically going into the fall, ending the summer, going into the fall. And I was like, I had a physical, so I told my doctor, I was like, hey, I want to get a full allergen panel, just a general, because I'm going to start working full time at a restaurant that I know I'm going to be using a lot of ingredients that I've never came across before. Just want to be on the safe side. So they were like, okay, and got it done. But yeah, I ended up being allergic to shrimp, hazelnuts, and birchwood tree. So that's the tree that has the white bark on it. And so yeah, I mean, it's crazy because like I said, I grew up eating shrimp, but after I found out that I was allergic to it, I kind of steered clear of it. And then I want to say maybe a year later, I was working with it in the restaurant that I worked at, and I went to I was marinating it, so I had it on a sheet pan. I was holding up the sheet pan with my one hand, so I wasn't touching the shrimp at all, but I had the open bag on the edge of the sheet pan, at the edge of the sink, just rinsing them off. So I was pulling them out of the bag with my right hand, and I literally got hives all up my right hand from touching them.
So you can't
I was
touch
like,
them either.
fuck. So I recently got another allergen panel done, basically going more in depth with shrimp and hazelnuts. And so with hazelnuts, it ended up resulting down to, like I said earlier, it's basically, I am not allergic to the whole hazelnut itself. I'm just allergic to the part of it that gets pollinated. So when the tree basically goes to grow and it has that in part of the hazelnut itself,
yeah.
But that's the part that I'm allergic to. I'm like, what the fuck? And then yeah, my doctor was just like, I'm about to see, or she was like, would you like to eat these things? And I was like, yeah. So she's like, okay, we can try and see if we can do a scratch test on my skin to see how allergic I am actually to it, and then go from there. So I'm about to find that out.
I always wonder, you can get an allergy test when you first have a baby, right? And test out, what they're allergic to, or is it just a scratch and sniff type of thing?
Allergies are
Russian roulette. Hey,
allergies,
peanut butter, try it.
I know someone was allergies kind of come and go every 7 years or something like
Yeah.
that. So like she said, she'd been eating shrimp for all her life, so she was fine for a lot of it. And then at that time, that's when she discovered it. So I mean, they kind of come and go. My dad would, same thing, watermelon. When he was a kid, he used to eat and drink watermelon all the time and stuff. But then it was one day he started getting a scratchy throat and stuff. So it was yo, he can't have watermelon.
Damn, that sucks.
So
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of it just happens. It comes and goes. Sometimes as a baby, sometimes you just can't eat it at all. But
right.
sometimes
our bodies, like you said, our bodies do change.
It just changes and adapts. So yeah.
7 years. Or so I've heard that somewhere before too. Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Shrimp.
Yeah. Can't eat shrimp, but besides that, I mean, I'm pretty good on everything else.
Yes, it's kind of weird because shellfish, you would think shrimp, so you can't have lobsters and crabs, but you can have that though.
Yeah, I can have crab, fine.
That's crazy.
I can have lobster, fine. Scallops. I did scallops for the battle.
And you were fine, yeah.
Yeah, I ate that shit 3 days in a row. I'm I don't want scallops for a whole month or two, like almost it
Yeah,
for now.
that's crazy.
But yeah, there's not really any type of fish that I don't like or like seafood that I don't like.
Yeah, all seafood is like universal with me. It just
Yeah.
has to be dead. Can't be alive.
Okay.
Like eel. A live eel. I'm not eating that.
Where would you find a live eel that you ever eat?
I mean, if you go to Japan or something like that,
No,
they eat live eel.
I think they still eat. It might be dead. It just may be raw. That's all.
No. They eat live eel.
What? I've
You've never seen 1,000 Ways to Die, bro?
live eel.
Never
Somebody
seen
died
it.
from eating live eel. Why? Yo, I'm so curious. Like that's like actually kind of disgusting because yesterday. No, but like yesterday, so I was looking at the dinner menu that's currently at Palo, which is a Spanish tapas restaurant here in Providence. Honestly, it's my favorite restaurant here in Providence. Like, yes, people can and do eat it live. What the fuck? Okay, no, but wait. Just
And
people
look.
eat eels, but it doesn't say live.
Bro, look.
Wait,
There was this
no.
fucking documentary or something I was watching, and they had buckets full of eels.
Oh my
Buckets, like
god,
wooden barrels
no.
full of eels. Motherfuckers was dipping their hand in it, grabbing it. Dipping
my
their
God.
hand in it and grabbing an eel.
And
And
just straight
dogging it.
and just skin on and everything.
Literally holding it right behind the head, just chomping on that shit. No bullshit, bro.
So nasty.
No bullshit. But like that's a delicacy. That's a delicacy. So we can't really like sit here and judge it.
No, I'm not
No,
judging.
Like, cause I'll sit
Bro,
there and be like,
I can
yo,
literally.
I'm
I
not
can,
eating that shit,
I can
but
see
I'll try
like-
it and then be like, damn, like I've been bugging this whole time.
Right.
No, I can literally see someone just.
I should have ate eel.
I can literally see someone just grabbing it out of the bucket and just be like, "You want one, bro? No, no, that's pretty good. Take
Shit,
my
shake
chicken."
me, like.
Just eating it on the
Eel
side.
out my
Fucking
fucking
dead
dead.
eel. That's crazy.
But yeah, there's we
yeah.
should definitely do a segment too on there's this one thing that I like, forbidden foods. So there's actually like dishes out there
That you
that
can't
are forbidden
ban
to eat. Yeah,
Yeah,
in
they're
different
illegal.
countries and stuff.
in different countries. And
Oh
I think-
yes,
Isn't
yes.
shark one of them? And like,
shark is one, but like there was this
Horse.
one
mhm.
horse meat. Yeah,
Horse is legal in Italy. So good.
people eat dolphin too.
You said it's legal,
It's legal in Italy.
and you said it's good.
So good. Obviously, this podcast would not be for anyone that loves animals or vegans. So,
Bro, what did you just say?
We can't. No.
Bro.
Tariq, you can't vouch for me, sir. I am my own person.
Bro, did you say he ate horse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Horse ankle meat, at least?
What?
What part of the horse were you eating?
Oh
I
God,
don't
what
remember.
part of the horse did you
I
eat?
don't
He
remember.
was eating the ankle meat. That's the only part. That's really good. I never ate no horse.
I'm about to say, wait a minute.
I was just about to ask
Wait a
that,
minute.
like,
Wait a
how?
minute. Wait a
I
minute.
How the fuck?
heard horse ankle
I
meat
heard.
is fire.
Andrew ate horse. He's lying.
I did not.
Did you-
Tariq has confirmed ate horse.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't deny that.
confirmed.
I wouldn't deny
Nah,
that. That's
That's
okay.
not me, bro. I
Wait,
don't
have
eat
you
horse.
you ate Taco Bell as a kid, right?
That's horse ankle meat. That's what I was referring to.
Okay.
Everybody in this room has had horse ankle meat. Remember up by
What?
CIA that KFC, but it wasn't a Kentucky Fried Chicken. There was a place called KFC. I don't know if you guys had ever went there. It's up in
Kennedy's?
yup,
Candy's
Poughkeepsie.
fried chicken.
Bro, have you ever walked in there and seen? Have you ever been to a chicken place where they just got the fried chicken on display, like a popcorn display at a movie theater?
No.
What?
Because that's literally what they had. They had the popcorn display and had all the fried chicken on display in it. And literally, you stood behind this glass counter and was like, "Yeah, I want that piece," and it was all mixed in.
Oh yeah.
But have you ever noticed the shapes of those thighs and
No.
wings?
But we.
It was bad.
What?
It was bad.
So you're
All right,
saying
we're
that
gonna
this
go
spot
off
was
topic.
serving
They were-
horse ankle meat
And bat.
and
they was-
bat,
Deep fried bat.
deep fried bat.
So the Kentucky Fried Chicken in Poughkeepsie, New York. Please go investigate. Thank you.
Not the Kentucky Fried Chicken. The
No,
Kennedy Fried
Kennedy's.
Chicken.
Kennedy Fried Chicken.
And Poughkeepsie.
That off shit. He said.
Yeah.
Kennedy serve him back, bro.
Just not the ones in Providence, because those are
They serve him back. I seen them trapping him in the corner in the back. Bro.
Okay,
Fucking
you're
thing.
bugging out. You're bugging
Yeah.
out.
Let me just
I'm
mute
bugged
your
out.
shit. Mute.
Oh.
I just muted
It's like
him.
now, it's like now. But back to the topic of forbidden
Now
foods.
you guys can hear him.
There also was this one dish that was ancient in France or something, but it's only like the higher ups can eat it, and it was this tiny songbird, but like it was like God's bird or something. I think it refers to in French, but when they're eating it, what you have to do is you have to put a white like cloth over your face when you're eating this food because you have to hide yourself from God.
Wait, so is there like a hole for my mouth or something?
No. Like, so literally, like, say they prepare the dish and everything for you, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't look at the dish at all. Close your eyes, and then when you're eating the dish, it's the songbird. It's like a tiny songbird, but it's the ceremony behind it.
Mhm.
And you literally, they put like I don't know, like a handkerchief or whatever
Mhm.
over your face
Mhm.
while you're eating the bird, because it's supposed to be shielding you from God because you're eating God's bird, literally. But it's a forbidden dish now because the bird was like about to go extinct and it was like a
because
really
everybody
rare
was
bird.
eating
That was
bird.
on Atlanta.
What?
That was on Atlanta.
No. I'm dead. This is dead ass like a thing I seen on YouTube
Yeah.
for real. But like they took it probably from that. I don't know. You know how they like take stuff.
You know what episode I'm talking about of Atlanta when
Where they
when it
where
was in
they're
Europe.
eating the hand, yeah. But that's an actual that's an actual thing.
That's crazy.
Like
What
they
the hell?
that
Yeah,
is
that's
crazy.
they eat like a songbird to hide themselves from God.
That's
No
crazy.
shit.
When I seen that, I was kind of freaked out. I was like, why would anyone agree to do that? But
Right, that's some
that
like
was a thing they used to do.
weird shit.
Some cult shit.
Yes, some cool shit.
Yeah. But the worst fish in the world is tuna fish.
I like tuna.
No.
I would say swordfish because it could have like worms or like parasites in it and
No.
shit. Ugh, fucking nasty. Oh, going back to what I was trying to say about this restaurant in right here in Prague called Palo. There was a tiny little fish called fuck, I can't remember what it was called.
While you look it up, I'm going to tell you why tuna fish is the worst thing ever. First of all, stop buying tuna fish in a can.
Borderline. That's the name of the dish, borderline. And it's a tiny songbird, and you have to eat it with the towel over your hand.
No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm
It's
not
like
doing that.
it's like a tradition.
What the
tradition.
fuck?
I'm not doing
It's
that.
literally the tiniest thing ever.
No, I'm not doing
It's
that.
God's bird.
Oh my god.
But yes, tuna fish. Do not buy it from the can. It is gross. It's disgusting. Don't put no mayo on it either, because mayo is gross as well. And she knows who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say her name, Miss A Block, Anna Marie Rodriguez. But stop
I'm done.
eating tuna fish from a can. Stop putting mayo in tuna fish because they're both disgusting by itself. You don't need to mix them together.
Tariq, do you have some trauma behind
really does.
tuna and mayo
I really
together?
fucking
from, like,
Yes.
your
I would
childhood?
dog a tuna fish.
Yes.
Me too. It's just bomb.
The only time, alright, this is
Chicken salad sandwich.
the
Bomb.
only time I
The
would.
way I make it,
With the cranberries in it.
yes.
Bomb.
With cranberries and apples and
Yeah.
Oh,
almonds.
no, please stop
Take the nuts out and we can talk.
Stop it. No.
Fine. I'll exclude
No.
you a little bit first before I mix them in.
No. Tuna fish is gross. The only time I'll eat tuna fish is if it's the fresh tuna and it's like put in like it's like raw. That's the only time I'll eat it. Or if it's like seared, but it's like literally seared for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That is the only time I'll eat it. But if you give me a can of tuna fish, no, I will not eat it. It's gross. It's disgusting. Stop buying that processed canned
Smoked.
tuna.
What's the name of the fish?
That's the name of the fish from
Yeah.
the restaurant.
Smoked. They're like tiny little fish, but sometimes they have fucking worms in them. It's just nasty. I'm like, yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Look, cause they serve them like fried. They're like whole little fish. You see them? Fucking no way. I'm not eating smokes.
Nah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, you peeped them before?
No.
Look. They look like little live anchovies or something. A little baby fish. And then that's the
Those
fried
are,
right there.
they look weird. Nah.
Like, I can't really eat a
I mean, I'll try it because I'm always opposed to trying something. But I mean, after that, but yeah, I mean that's what foods that we like and dislike. I mean, I'm sure we'll get back into a lot of these anyway, but or a lot of other ones too as we go on. So
kind of to like mention about, you know, how you was like tying back that your body changes every like 7 years, and like sometimes you have certain allergies, sometimes you don't.
Yep.
Similar concept where when you're a kid, your palate hasn't really developed as much, so you don't really like foods like that, or you do. I remember for me specifically, so olives has always been one of them, but I used to not like mushrooms nor cooked carrots when I was little.
really,
Yeah, I was just like, I think I was just freaked out by the texture of mushrooms, and then cooked carrots, like that shit was just fucking soft and like nasty to me. I'm like, it just wasn't for me. But I like them now as an adult. So I like mushrooms, like anyway, roasted, glazed, like anything. And I like cooked carrots, but they can't be too overdone. Like they still gotta have some crunch to them. But yeah. Yeah. So like and dislike for me personally.
I have a childhood hate. My mom tricked me into eating squash casserole when I thought it was mac and cheese.
Oh my god.
And
That's
she
horrible.
cheesed it up and everything, like, and it looked like mac and cheese. So like when I went and
You
made
was
the
ready.
table,
You was
I was
real ready.
got the biggest scoop, bro. Like threw that shit on my plate, and I seen seeds, and I said,
Wait a minute.
"What's this?" And she looked up at me and she said, "And you gonna eat every last bit of it?" And literally, we sat there. They sat there and made me eat all that, and I cried. Bro. I cried, but I
That's
still had to.
horrible.
we're just gonna learn so many more things about Andrew's childhood. that
Right.
we just-
My parents were not abusive. They
I'm
were
gonna
not. They were
trauma.
great parents. But like some moments, bro, I was just like they were
Right.
brought upon myself. I was talking to my mom. I know this is off topic too, but I was talking to my mom yesterday. And I was like, "Ma, you remember that time you made me? We went to BJ's, right? And you know how they got the everything in bulk. I seen that big ass jar of animal crackers, like, so I got it, like, and she let me get it, and I was like, you remember that one time you made me sit down and eat every last animal cracker?"
Oh my god.
And then she was like, she literally started laughing, and she was like, "Yep, and I bet you don't eat it. You won't even look at another animal cracker today." And I said, "You got that right. I do not fuck with animal crackers after
He
that,
was
bro."
like, nah, I'm all set on these.
She put a water bottle down, and it had that big ass jar, bro. And I had been going through it throughout the week, but like it got to a half, and she was like, "Yeah, you gonna sit there and eat that
In one sitting.
in one sitting." Bro.
Dads.
Oh my god.
One water bottle, bro. I was so bloated, bro.
So horrible.
Yo, oh my god.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's our first episode. guys.
Yeah, that is our first episode, guys. I think that went pretty fucking awesome.
It's
Yeah.
only 10.
Yes, let's get it. So, you got anything super fun going on? I mentioned earlier about the Liquid Gold menu coming out, so I think that's a little something for me. What about y'all, Tariq? I know you got
Yeah.
this weekend. Tell us about it.
Yes, this week, of course, Sunday, 11 a.m., mixing up with Chef Tariq. But also this week is the World Cup Finals, Sunday at 10 a.m. If you're in the Providence area, please come out to Red Lounge in Cranston on Dyer Ave. We'll be having a brunch at 9 a.m. That's when the doors open. So if you'd like to come out, please do. You guys be paying $15 at the door. So it comes with food, raffle. You get to watch the game and just enjoy the environment and stuff like that. Fire food for me. And just the guys from Red Lounge are just really cool, really helpful. So make sure you guys come out. And then be on the lookout for the Chef Tariq Company website, which we up very soon. Almost done. And then of course mixing up with Chef Tariq Volume 1 cookbook, which should be out by Christmas. And then of course you guys can always follow me at cheftariq.co on Instagram. and TikTok, and then Chef Tariq 401 on Facebook, YouTube, Chef Tariq, and that's where you can watch Mixing Up with Chef Tariq every Sunday, and then of course every Friday we're here podcast. That's my week.
Yeah, sounds good. Usual.
It's really a toss up right now.
Yeah.
Christmas plans. I still have to figure out what I'm doing for that because Christmas is coming up.
Right, it's literally next weekend.
And, like, what is going on? But this weekend coming up, I'm gonna be busy with the Chef Tariq company at the World Cup final, like Tariq said.
Let's go France, baby!
Of course, France is gonna bring it home for all of us French fans, you know, because we all were French fans.
You're not a
from the
French
beginning
fan.
of the
You're
World
not a French
Cup.
fan. Don't say
But
that.
anyway, I'm a
French fan.
front runner. France, front, FR, same thing. We in there. Anyway, you can catch me at I Love You Drew on IG, and you can also catch me at Second Human on IG, and you can also catch me at the Mixing Pot Podcast on IG, and anywhere you can get your podcast. So, yeah. That's really about it.
Yes, guys, let's get it. We just completed our first episode of the podcast.
Oh, you gotta tell them where you at.
Yes, you guys can find me at Zoe_Kayla. That's ZOE_KEYLA on Instagram and TikTok. Make sure you guys are following the Mixing Pot Podcast on Instagram and TikTok as well, and tune into the Mixing Pot Podcast that's coming out this Friday, December 16th at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
Yes,
Spotify.
I remembered. 10 a.m.
We're gonna try to get it on
Spotify.
other sites as well. We're working on that part.
Yes. Okay.
But right now it's gonna be on Spotify and Anchor.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna try to get it on other sites. So if you have other sites that you can listen to it on, definitely we're gonna work on that. Apple Podcasts, Apple Music as well. We're gonna try to get it up on there. So
Yes.
just stay tuned for those. But right now Spotify.
All right. Sounds good.
And we just recorded our first video as well,
Yes,
which
we
we're
did.
even planning on that too. So this
Right.
is definitely
Gang.
It
Yeah.
ended up working out. We're just chilling, doing our thing. I finished my drink, Drew. I don't know what you're doing.
This is gonna be a recurring
Sure.
thing that Drew doesn't finish his drink.
Right. Drew does not finish his drink, guys.
I'm not a
Tariq
drinker. I love my
finishes.
liver.
I like my liver too, but I like to have a good drink.
Exactly.
You can't tell me that sangria wasn't busting. If you had
That
that
sangria
pizza,
was
if
busting.
you had
though,
that
for real.
pizza that you was about to
That
order,
nobody
don't even lie
threw.
to
That
them.
nobody threw in.
Okay.
So
Didn't
listen,
you say you was
everybody,
gonna order it
everybody.
and then we was gonna give you some
So
money's, right?
we literally say, yo, we're all about to order some pizza, right? Everybody about to split it. Ain't nobody threw no bread.
I love
bro.
how you didn't say, yeah, I'm gonna get the
Nobody
pizza
said-
right now.
Bro,
you guys send
I
me the
mean,
money.
like
through
you
bread,
said,
bro.
you
That's
said,
like-
I'm
that's
about
like
to
when
order
somebody-
the pizza, and then everybody got, you know, yeah, and
That's-
then everybody,
Yeah.
the way, you know why I said it like that? Cause remember when you did that earlier, you creeped behind Tariq.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have.
I'm dead.
You guys can watch it on YouTube as well, and we'll also be doing a Twitch as well, so you guys can see it
Yeah.
live on Wednesdays when we first go live, and then you guys can watch it on YouTube after.
Yo, roll
Like-
up, Drew.
Yeah.
You had one job.
One
Bro.
time.
Why you falling asleep on camera?
Control over there is.
I'm fucking
Sleeping
dead.
troll.
I'm good. Yeah, Kayla, take us out of this first episode.
Alright, guys. We'll see y'all next week. Thank you for tuning in. Let's get it.
Wave at the camera, guys.
We're
No.
good.